The Podical Sons.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone in the world, because neither one of us don't have any law degrees. I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons to start the show. How you feeling today?
Today's a good day, one day before Canada Day, so there's a lot of stuff going on for this long weekend. And it's good weather this long weekend, so it's a nice thing.
I heard it's supposed to be little sprinkles and stuff tomorrow for the fireworks.
But you know what? As long as it's a little sprinkles and ain't no full out thunderstorm, Noah's Ark type of day, you know, I think we'll be all right.
Was that Friday night? Friday night was kind of little.
Yeah, Friday night it got wild.
It came down kind of aggressive.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I was looking at him like, oh shit! I'm glad I'm in my domain.
You know what? It's funny because I just got into the car. You know, if you feel it come down some little drip, it's a little bit light. By the time I got to the car,
I was like,
thank God you let me get to the car.
Yeah, I was in the house just kicking it and stuff, whatever. And then like little X man he's cutting it. He sleep. He just doing his ones and twos.
Yeah.
And I hear like some sound. I'm like, that sound like rain. And I seen like the blinds moving and everything and stuff. I was like, oh, that's not rain. That's a storm.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Yeah, it got pretty wet quickly.
Real quick. All right, man.
So what you been up to, man, before we started? It was a successful week, a good week?
It was a good week.
All right.
It was a good week. I hit most of my little personal target marks and everything. My thing and stuff is mentally, I always try to make sure I'm better than the last week. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Growth and development is not just a talk on the show. You gotta talk it like you walk it, right?
Right, of course.
So I always look at try to compare the week before.
Yeah.
And I always use Monday as that marker and stuff, whatever, right? Like Monday 9 a.m. Like, what did I learn last week? What did I get better with? What did I fuck up on? Whatever. What can I improve on?
Yeah.
I do a little weekly checklist, soul search and stuff like whatever.
Okay,
I ain't perfect.
Yeah.
And so everything was kosher. I got some static.
Got some static
for the last episode and stuff, whatever, but we'll get to that and everything. But, like I tell you, I'm with the smoke, man. Even the hookah, the shisha, bring it this way, as long as it's watermelon flavor.
Well, you know what? While we're out there we're getting the smoke and stuff like that, it just signals that we're doing our job out here. We're
Facts.
Rocking minds and bringing the conversation to the table.
Well, because people, I feel like people today don't have the conversation, or people today and stuff. But I'm not saying I don't want to say not that they trying to be PC, but most people and stuff do not have the conversation, and it's not what you say, it's how you say some things.
Yeah.
So you can't really go across the way and stuff to incite or enrage anybody and stuff, but it's just a thought. My thoughts might be different from another person, or somebody else might feel the same way too, right? So,
and above all, be able to agree to disagree.
Facts.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And walk away still friends. That's what it is at the end of the day. You're right. That not everybody gonna think the same. What you mean? You can't walk away?
No. I can walk away.
Okay.
I can't understand how people and stuff get
bent out of shape.
Yeah, if we having a convo, and stuff, whatever. You telling me that cucumbers taste better than pickles, and I'm like, I don't know. Pickles, boy, whoo, that thigh out with that vinegar, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that little lime brine.
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, fuck you mean, da-da-da, do the same thing, Hulk smash, and they just walk away. I'm like, well, damn, I thought we was in this together.
Yeah. Some people get a little bent.
Yeah, a little. They doing yoga with their feelings, man. They bent out the shape. Yo, man, but let's get to the show, man.
All right, let's do it.
Let's talk about Kim Kardashian West, man. I don't know. Me personally, here's my thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Kim Kardashian gets so much flack from her just being Kim Kardashian. I'm still trying to wrap my finger around it and stuff, whatever, because Kim Kardashian, besides the aesthetic thing,
right?
She never was an athlete, musician. She had a decent, mediocre sex tape and stuff. It was better than Black China.
Yeah, everything was better than Black China.
It was better than Black China's sex tape.
China's video sex tape was better than
China's
China.
exactly.
China's
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at stuff. I'm like, yo, she get mad flack anytime she does something and stuff, whatever. So now she has this new clothing line for undergarments and stuff, or like Spanx to the women and stuff that know them as Spanx. It's called kimono. It's a
Kimono. Okay.
You know, like
Okay.
Kim Kardashian, kimono. Japanese people are definitely enraged by her trademarking the name for it.
Yeah.
It says disrespectful to the real Japanese traditional kimono.
Well, I'll tell you what.
All right.
When you first said the name kimono, I was actually thinking of the actual
Japanese,
get up, right?
Right.
The whole thing, the kimono.
Right.
Right? So I could probably see why they might slightly feel a little bent out of shape about that. But go ahead, continue.
No, because I mean, I look at it and stuff as that, like, yo, the whole thing and stuff, whatever, is that her name is Kim.
Yes.
So you know what I'm saying? Like that's her government name, whatever, right? Like if my government name is Marvin, so if I come out with like Marvelous Machines,
Yeah.
y'all can't cuss me because Marv is in my name regardless.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, the girl just had like a nice play on words and everything. Why?
Okay, but where does the mono come in?
The mono?
Yeah.
It could be her money, man. Yo. More money, you know?
I mean, if you're playing on words, then the mono got to jump in somewhere, somehow, right?
But
It almost sounds
what
like
if it might be a
just-
secret acronym?
It could. But then she would probably dispel that myth and then just give us the acronym so she don't get the heat.
Yeah, but she probably, you know,
She want the heat.
she want the static, man. She want the static. Sometimes, cause remember, when you're talking and stuff, whatever, you're still getting a point across.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, and you know, they live them as socialites and stuff for the celebrity socialites. They live for that.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that's probably where a lot of the beef probably stems from. Them being socialites, them doing stuff for social media purposes, just like how you said she can't act, she can't sing, she got no form of talent other than to be a socialite, right? So you think about it. When she's coming up with the name and she says, "Oh, kimono." Does she pause and say to herself, "Hey, this might be taken offensive to the Japanese people out there," right? Then she turns to her business people because she ain't making all the business decisions on herself. She probably got a team that they coordinate stuff. Then she say, "Hey, I'm gonna call it kimono." Does one of them jump up and say, Kim, we might have an issue there?
I was telling somebody the other day, I'm like, yo, like when the H&M had their whole, with the coolest monkey in the jungle and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, they need a black intern named Kevin. They need a black intern named Kevin and stuff for that, because he ain't getting paid for shit.
Yeah.
And if they just look at him like, Kevin, your thoughts? Man, look, man, this is a fucked up name. That's it. He'll keep it 100.
Yeah, but they're gonna turn on and say, "That's exactly the reaction we're going for."
Yeah.
Run it.
So if they want to run it and stuff, what they're doing, like, hey, you knew. For every action, there's a reaction.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you knew what it is, whatever, then run to it.
Well, I'm pretty sure when she came up with the name and her team, they decided to. I'm pretty sure they knew that this was gonna come.
Yeah.
They had to know that this was gonna come.
I would look at it. What is it? Was it the OSE, the operating search engine thing, whatever? Like like if they type in kimono, they're probably looking like, you know what? If we put Kim Kardashian and kimono and stuff, whatever, in the search bar and stuff, whatever, our shit would come up. And if we just put kimono in there, somebody's trying to look for Japanese traditional kimono, our shit will still come up as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so I'm like, the name, it's sticking in people's minds and stuff regardless.
Until
so,
after the first week, and then when you type in kimono, you're only gonna see Kim Kardashian.
Facts.
That's probably why Japanese people are beefing.
Facts.
Imagine you trying to look up for traditional kimono, and Kim come up with her Spanx.
Yeah, there's the photo they use and stuff is probably like 4 or 5 of them. So she's in between, and it's like different women of different sizes, and like a little ethnicity difference. And I'm looking at it, and then that's how they're trying to sell it.
Now that you mentioned that, I did see the photo. Mm-hmm. They were almost like in like a flesh. It was like a flesh tone.
Yeah, flesh tone nude.
They all look nude. That in itself was social media genius, because I looked at it that first time. I was like, they butt naked.
They're naked.
Oh
yeah.
no, they good. They got Spanx on.
No, they have kimonos on.
They have kimonos on.
They have kimonos.
I see what you did there, Kim.
Hi.
I see what you did there.
But like, do you think it's more Kardashian cultural appropriation, or is just a wordplay? Because remember, like I remember, like her and her sisters, it's like people got at them for like with the whole hair thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's cultural appropriation more than I think it's wordplay and shock value. I think they went with that knowing that it's gonna cause beef in the
Process.
the process, and while it causes beef, it's gonna cause more people to talk about it. And at the end of the day, that's what they're really doing. It's the marketing aspect of it all.
Facts. I see that and stuff, whatever. Like with the whole hair thing and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, with them and, was it Kylie? Kim did cornrows too.
Okay,
Kim did cornrows.
Kim did cornrows too.
And then Kylie did cornrows and stuff, whatever. And like, they went in, like, social media wasn't having it and stuff, whatever. You know, social media gives people like a voice and everything, and they weren't having it. They weren't a fan of like, you know, that's cultural appropriation and stuff, whatever. But I'm like,
listen, you may be, you definitely too young to remember this, because I was a little boy when this first came out.
Bo Derek.
I
seen the photos.
You seen the photos?
With the black bikini, one piece.
Right.
And coming out the water.
And the cornrows come back?
But even Jigga said it in Girls.
Yeah.
She wear her, like Bo Derek wear her hair in a twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody had beef with it back then.
So, we'll get to this then.
Nobody had beef with it back then, which is weird. Because why you gonna have beef with it now?
Is there a problem with a non-black person with cornrows or dreads?
Depends on where they're coming from or where they're going with it. Cornrows, I see more of a hairstyle.
Right.
Where dreads, I can see more of a lifestyle.
But some people rock dreads for hairstyle purposes too.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, when you rock dreads for hairstyle, you almost gotta kind of incorporate it in your lifestyle.
So you're saying
if you're rocking real dreads, if you're rocking like the extension dreads,
yeah,
then it's a hairstyle, because you could take that out next week. You wouldn't have to grow that shit.
So hold up. So you're saying the stuff is that I can't have dreads and go eat a pork chop sandwich and stuff, whatever?
Yeah, no. You can have dreads and go eat a pork chop sandwich.
Okay.
But you, in the process of growing that dreads, it became a lifestyle. You can't wake up tomorrow and have dreads on you.
No.
You gotta grow those dreads.
Yeah, you gotta grow it, twist it.
Yeah,
and
so
then
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Was it Fetty Wap? He put like the wool or the yarn and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, nigga, you had a haircut like me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's more of a lifestyle, because it takes a process for you to get your hair like that to a certain length, right? Mm-hmm. So it becomes part of your everyday grooming, let's say. Whereas if it's just a wig, you just throw that wig on today and you take it off tomorrow.
Fuck what you heard. They got these things called man units. You forget? They probably got a man unit with some dreads on that thing.
They got man units with
That's
some
what
dreads.
I'm saying.
But again, that would be a hairstyle. That wouldn't be a lifestyle. So it depends on what you're doing it for. If you're doing it as far as a hairstyle is concerned, where you put the wig on today and take the wig off tomorrow, then I could look at that as cultural appropriation or whatever you want to call it. But if you decide wholeheartedly that you're going to grow your hair, right? And let's look at the people who actually grow their hair. White, black, Chinese. It's almost something, when they do it, it's almost it's a spiritual thing for them. If you talk to most of them, they'll tell you it's a spiritual thing for them. Whether it's Rastafarian or not, it's more of an earthly feeling towards them.
I spiritually can't grow hair like that no more.
You get spiritually now?
No, I'm getting old, man. My hair kind of thinning out.
It's thinning out?
It's thinning out.
But there's a lot of Rosses out there with, they got the bald middle piece right here.
Them niggas be stunting. The little, they try to
throw it up in a ninja bun.
Okay. No, because I'm saying, like, does a race own a hairdo? Because I'm like, why do most black people get tight when they see a non-black person with cornrows, braids, or dreads?
Well, I would say, again, out of ignorance. That's what I would chalk that down to, because if you think about it, these hairstyles have been around since the dawn of time.
Right.
And
Jesus.
yeah. And,
Oh, hair of wool, skin of bronze?
and white people, believe it or not, have been braiding their hair and have been growing locks from the dawn of time. If you want to take it back to caveman status, I'm pretty sure no comb had touched those hairs.
That's facts.
And locking is a natural process.
Right.
It's not something where you know what I mean, where you gotta sit down and plan it. Nah, if you just decide to go unkempt, your hair will naturally lock itself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking at something from that perspective, anybody from any walks of life not touching their hair will automatically be locked at some point. So how could you designate that hairstyle to one set of people?
I don't know. Well, a lot of people, they like I said, the black people that I speak to, they make it seem like it's just our hairdo. And I said, I don't think we own a hairdo. And the peoples and stuff were saying is that, well, everything originated and started from Africa. So I was like, I think y'all taking this too far.
We know the term of weed. We know the term ganja, right?
Right.
But that term is an Indian term.
Oh, ganja's not Jamaican?
Nah, it's actually.
I was about to claim that shit to the
You
full
about to claim
extent.
it to the
Yeah.
fullest? It's actually Ganges, coming from the Ganges River. And while it was Ganges in the Ganges River, it was Indians with dreads. This is where that started from.
Right.
So to be able to turn around now and say you're gonna claim it, nah, you gotta really know the history of it first before you even think about claiming anything.
True. That's very true. But I mean, a lot of okay, look at who's it? Paul Mooney. When Paul Mooney said, "Be careful and stuff like that," he's like, "Yo, if the Caucasians like something, they'll come in and scoop it and swoop it."
Yeah.
Right. Tea and noodles popped off in China.
Right.
But when you hear tea time, you don't think Asian tea time and stuff. Whatever. The first thing that pop up is British tea time.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? When you think of noodles and stuff, whatever, like pasta and stuff, whatever, it's Italian.
You think Italian.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people, like you said, people don't know the history. So since they don't know the history and whatever it is taken and stuff, they're just going to take it and run with it and stuff, whatever. So there's probably some through and through Italian and stuff, whatever, that might look you in your eye and tell you, like, but pasta started here.
Yeah.
That whole noodle process and stuff started here.
Yeah.
And you're like, have you heard of Marco Polo, nigga? Like, you know?
Yeah. But then I would chalk that down to like of them making it staple, just like how British made tea staple.
Yeah.
And then that continuing over like
Centuries?
decades, centuries, you know what I mean? Till it almost becomes it's secondhand to those cultures, even though it's firsthand to Chinese cultures, it's secondhand to these cultures. Whereas those who are now being born and growing up underneath them will probably never know where the original sources come from.
True.
Right? Well, where we have it's different with the dreadlock hairstyle because it's not staple in any other culture than I would say African American. It's more prevalent and more widespread within the African diaspora. Well, you know what I mean? It's maybe 1 in 100,000 white people will grow dreads. 1 in every million Chinese person will grow dreads.
Yeah, I find it rare when I see Asian person
So
with
when you
dreads.
look at it, it'll always be considered, you know what I mean, a black thing, and then culture is taken. But nah, it was never like that. You know what I mean? There was probably more dreads of different orientations back in ancient times than now. Okay. Simply for the fact that they were unkempt. They just kept themselves unkempt.
Okay. All right. See how we kind of ran with that.
Yeah, man.
Next thing on the docket is salute to Oran Juice, OJ Simpson. My man got him a Twitter page, and the whole world went fanatic. Why though? he free. He did his time. No one want to hear from OJ. You don't want to hear from OJ?
He a Twitter hitter.
Yeah, your Twitter hitter. Like I want to say, he don't got Twitter fingers. He got the Twitter videos though, whatever, right? And they shit. OJ, his following is strong, over 600,000, and people are vexed.
That's good. That's good for a Twitter debut.
That's good for a Twitter break, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna ask you $1 million question.
Yeah.
You think he did it?
I think he had a hand in it.
Really?
Yeah, I think he had a hand. I don't think him physically had did it. And if so, then I don't think it was him alone. But I think he knows more than
What he's letting off?
Yeah, I think so for sure.
Well, you didn't see any jail time from that, right? I mean, you see jail time from his other escapade and stuff, whatever. With him stealing back his own.
But Marv, you know how much murders we've seen in the world that have never seen no jail time.
Well, facts. I mean,
and
yeah.
how many non-murders we know seen jail time? It's justice. You know what I mean? It's the crooked line, man. So whether he did it or not, the courts say he didn't do it, and you just gotta live with that. You just you just gotta live with that.
Well, I always say people's court is more harsher than real court.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Because if they, like I said, people's court, they hit you with that type of name or that specific type of behavior, it's a wrap. So the courts prove otherwise, but then you still have that stigma and stuff on you, whatever, to ride with, whatever, right?
Let me ask you this.
Holla.
You think more people are upset that OJ got a Twitter, or more upset that Trump got a Twitter?
I'm gonna buzz in and say OJ.
You gonna buzz in and say OJ?
I'm gonna say OJ.
You gonna say OJ? Yeah, all right.
Because I think with Trump, they know he's just shooting off his shit,
Yeah,
but he ain't killing nobody. Or he don't got no murder attached to him.
yeah.
But
He got
OJ
pussy grabbing attached to him though.
Yeah, he got pussy grabbing attached to him and stuff, whatever. But
Yeah.
then I think with the murder thing and stuff that's riding on him and stuff, whatever, with OJ, they not, because even anytime and stuff, whatever, I think like when you hear isotoners, some people think of OJ. Or you if somebody even think about like,
what was the shoots? Bruno O'Malley's?
I can't, yeah, Bruno's.
Bruno's.
They were Bruno's. And I just know for a fact, like anytime you think of like you think of good lawyers and stuff like that, or say my generation, if you think of good lawyers,
Yeah.
Johnny Cochran comes up. Why Johnny Cochran come up? He got OJ off. He got Diddy off.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not too far away and stuff for that. And that's just my generation, so much as the older generation stuff for that, who's probably, watching him playing football and everything. When I was coming to whatever, he wasn't playing football anymore, right?
Right.
He was commentator status.
Right.
So those people, so they might hold an extra feeling and stuff, whatever. And I understand, like, to the families and stuff, to like Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman.
Yeah.
Like, they might feel a type of way and stuff, whatever. But do people really want to hear what OJ got to say? I don't know.
I think a lot of them had just started following him
Just to see if he might say something.
hoping that there might be some sort of confession coming out or something.
But he
to
had that
works.
book. If I would have done it, right? So,
And how many non-OJ fans bought that book?
hey, I guess you're right, man. I guess you're right.
Listen, man, it's a curiosity. People tuning in for the curiosity. People just want to see. They want to just read somewhere that's saying, "Oh, he said," and they're on it. They're in their Twitter feed. Oh, what did he say?
Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
There you go.
So, here's the thing. Next thing and stuff on the list of whatever is e-cigarettes.
Okay. All right.
Now, with the whole e-cigs and stuff and smoke, I always wanted to try. I never tried it and stuff, whatever,
Yeah,
right? Because,
yeah.
especially like even like last week with all the smoke we got from last week's episode and stuff, whatever.
You thought you were e-cigarette yourself?
I felt like I was an e-cigarette, So I was like, when I heard San Francisco was banning e-cigarettes and vapes and stuff, whatever, right? I was like, have you ever used one before?
Not an e-cigarette, but I have used a vapor.
Have you used a vapor?
Yeah. I actually own a vapor.
Is that just, what is it like? I guess like what they, I don't know the difference and stuff. Is that one with marijuana use? Or is that one without marijuana? Is that with the flavor type of stuff?
So the one I own, and they're interchangeable. It's really the cartridge.
What's the cartridge?
Yeah. So the cartridge dictates what you're smoking.
And
So
you
you're
can-
either smoking like tobacco, maybe some flavored liquid,
Yeah.
or you could be smoking CBD oil.
I want to rock with the flavor liquid and stuff, whatever, right?
Right. So it's one of the three, and this could be used by either e-cigarette or vape.
Oh.
So I really think what the term e-cigarette comes about is because it looks like a cigarette, right? But the vape
Charge it? Do they charge it?
charge it, same thing. You know what I mean? But the
Gotcha.
vape, it operates on the same principle. They both operate on the same principle, where you're taking in vapor as opposed to smoke.
Yo, you know, batteries and stuff, and they're known to explode and stuff and get people third-degree burns with that shit.
This is what I've been hearing.
Yeah, like I want to say in America, from 2009 to 2016, there's been over 134 incidents reported just with the battery issues,
Right.
whatever, right? About them exploding and stuff like that. The videos and stuff, whatever, they're not even, I don't want to say that they're not funny. They're horrific and stuff to actually watch and stuff, whatever. Cause
Oh yeah, for sure.
picture you're just minding your business and stuff, whatever, and then things just go off in your pocket, and next thing you know it, like the man's pocket and stuff, like pants pocket was sparking up. People are running away from him, and he can't even stop, drop, and roll because he's rolling onto
onto the yeah.
yeah. So I was like, but San Francisco, they decided to ban it, whatever. And I kind of agreed to it, even though I haven't tried it. But my thing and stuff is that when I was hearing everything and stuff on the news, they were saying that when it comes to the e-cigarettes, they're not as harsh as IDing for the kids. And they said a lot of the teenage people and stuff, whatever, out here, they're the ones that's going hard on it, whatever. Because I always heard the word jewel. I'm like, the hell's a jewel?
Yeah.
So I started seeing like some of them on Instagram and stuff, whatever. They got like a 24 karat gold jewel and stuff, whatever, and everything. And these kids will go everywhere to a party, hitting the jewel and everything. I was like, shit, they going hard in the paint. But all of them look like they're not even old enough to buy a regular pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, and see, and that's part of the problem, because like I said before, it doesn't necessarily need to be nicotine. It doesn't necessarily need to be cannabis or CBD oil. It could be flavored liquid.
Right.
So how do you distinguish between flavored liquid and those substances that are deemed age appropriate, and then kind of regulate how that's being sold? It's hard.
But so I guess because anybody can rock with the flavor thing and stuff like that. But if they have flavors like bubble gum, isn't that kind of hinted towards the younger crowd?
Yeah, but a lot of stuff had been hinted towards the younger crowd. I mean, look at the flavored rolling papers. That was a big problem for a bit.
Oh yeah, those things are delicious though.
Yeah, well, there you go. Who was it marketed? It wasn't marketed to tea.
I was younger and I was saying it was magically delicious. They had a green apple one. I mean, but look at the what is that? Damn, like the Swishers and stuff. For the Swishers, they got
Swishers, yeah.
They got the peach flavors, the strawberry flavors, and everything like that, whatever. And I'm like, but those are cigars, right?
Right.
So, and yeah, you have to be legal smoking age and stuff to get that, whatever. But if it's just electronical, like flavor thing, isn't it still addictive some way? No spatial form, or they're just developing the oral fixation of it?
I think it's the oral fixation. I'm not really 100% on what chemicals are in there, because there might be something that you could get addicted to. It's I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility, but I think it's just the fact that it is just like cigarette training.
Cigarette trading. That's true.
It's like cigarette training, man.
I see that. See with those cigarette training and stuff, whatever, I don't mind that. It was just like some blonde model and stuff, whatever. She's on the gram and she was talking about that she felt so bad because they came to her, they paid her a little paper, Jewel.
Yeah.
Paid a little paper and stuff for her to kind of just get into the ball game and advertise for them and everything like that. And she said that she realized that most, like a good percentage of her followers are young kids.
Yeah.
So she felt the type of way and stuff and everything like that with her. So she said she just hurts to see that young kids that she was like that are so influenced by influencers and stuff to kind of persuade them to do the bad things.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, I see it. I get it. And I'm like,
I see it and I get it, but I look at it. I look at it from a perspective of kids just trying to be grown, man. And whether you're out there advertising it or not, if it's something meant for an adult to do, you're gonna have some kids out there who want to try and do it simply because it's something that was meant for an adult to do.
To feel grown.
They just want to feel, act, and try to be grown, and I think that's probably the problem that you face more than anything else, because yeah, you're an influencer, but if you get on the IG one day and take a hammer and start smashing your toes, how many of those little bastards you think are gonna take hammers and start smashing their toes?
They might think it's a fucking challenge. You stay there.
Good boy. A few might think it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. That first person that take up the hammer and smash their toe and maybe this is a challenge I shouldn't be part of.
I don't know. I was looking at the chick. I'm like, yeah, I see where you coming from and stuff. Whatever, boo. She was tatted up, slugged up. She's kind of cute though.
Yeah.
She's kind of cute. I was like, okay, with a little super thugged out militant tats. Do you have a racial preference?
No, I don't.
Oh, so you don't mind the elk? Because I remember one time you tried to punk me off and stuff, whatever. Like I'm the only one dabbling into the other elks or ilks.
I think I have a cultural preference.
A cultural preference.
Yes.
So you would date an Asian girl who's into the hip hop and reggae world.
Yeah.
But you won't date an Asian girl who's just all into her original heritage.
Nah, because I wouldn't have anything to vibe with. Now, you see, if I was somebody who is into the Asian culture, then I would probably want to date an Asian woman who's into her culture.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Have you ever dated a non-black person before?
Yeah. I don't discriminate. I'm like Jesus. I love all the little children.
This nigga.
Yellow, purple, black, and white. They are precious in His sight. Jesus loved the little children. Yeah, man, that's me. That's me.
You ever got flack for it before?
At the end of the day, only one race I'm concerned with, and that's the human race. Now, if a fine-ass alien come down and be like, listen, I'm trying to find out who the bad human being is, how about you start with me?
Facts. I think yeah, we there might have like some ones out there that might look like humanoid types.
Yeah.
And other ones might look like the ones that we might traditionally try to draw as so-called aliens. So, no, I agree.
Listen, if you got yourself a Gamora,
I kill it.
yeah, there you go.
I kill it.
There you go.
In the moonlight minute. I kill it.
No.
That fast, whatever. No, because I want to say, well, me being single and stuff now, whatever, right?
Yeah.
When people and stuff are asking, like, oh, how's the dating life and everything and stuff going? I'm like, yo, it's kosher. I'm like, I'm meeting people and stuff, understanding some things and stuff like that, whatever.
Right.
I'm like, just a new stepping stool and stuff, whatever, in life, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's like, you out here snatching up all these white bitches. It's like, whoa. I was like, yo, wait a minute now, whatever, right? And I remember, so it's a funny thing too, stuff is there's a black girl that I'm talking to, and she has a average Caucasian type of name.
Right.
And when I mentioned it to somebody and stuff, whatever, they're like, typical black man. They just jump off the race after one bad situation and stuff that happened to them. I'm like, yo, calm down. You know what I'm saying?
Time out. No, it was so.
Well, I'm like, the flack. I'm like, I don't have racial preferences and stuff, whatever. That's what I'm saying. The flack that comes with it and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's part of the reason why some people and stuff, they don't dabble into the other arts or into the other ilk out there.
Nah, I think especially in this day and age, these kids growing up, again, I think it's more cultural preference than actual racial preference. simply because there's a lot less biases. You know, you understand?
Yeah.
Their parents are more tolerable.
Compared to like their parents before.
Compared to the parents before that, right? So, yeah, I don't see it as much of a hang up like the flack that you're getting, that you would be getting. What would you say the age group would have been that questions your taste?
I'm gonna say, if I'm giving an age frame, I'm gonna say from 25 plus to probably about 40.
25 plus to about 40.
Yeah, that's
right?
the age range.
I can guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you, 20 and under will give you a different response.
20 under be down for the cause.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's simply where we sit on the perspective of understanding. You know, before it was just like, yo, you're disrespecting your race if you go outside of it.
Yeah, that's what one of my coworkers was saying and stuff with her.
Yeah.
My coworker's like, she's like, I got a nice girl for you and everything like that, but I'm about to put you on. So I'm like, pictures. One must see photos. You can't be telling me about somebody and stuff like that. I need to see what the fuck she looked like.
They gotta be proof in the pudding.
Yeah, they gotta be proof in the pudding and stuff with her, right? You know, my requirements are not that picky and stuff, whatever. You know?
Right.
I just need to see.
Before we go any further,
What's up?
Remind me that after we taped the show, because me and wifey were watching one of those those house hunter shows yesterday.
Yeah.
There's a woman on there, right? Perfect definition of ugly hot.
Word.
Wifey was like, I'm taping this for Marv. I'm taping this so Marv can see.
Is she light skinned?
No.
Oh,
no.
I was thinking Egypt. I don't know if you know we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Okay. But yeah, no, some coworkers stuff, they went off on me and stuff like that, whatever. And she's like, yo, I'm about to put you on with somebody and everything like whatever. And they're like, you like black women, right? That's what they said to me. So I was like, yeah. I'm like, why would you think I was with? But those people, like, they don't know podcasts, they don't know that too much about me and stuff, whatever.
Right.
Because I'm not really like a ninja at work, whatever, but my thing and stuff is that I'm a social butterfly.
Yeah.
But I only can rock with certain type of people. I guess it might be a cultural aspect.
Yeah.
But I feel like most of the time and stuff, whatever, like, I'm not going to come out to the world that don't know me. I'm not going to walk out to like the major intersection and be like, hey, y'all got love for anime? Whoop, whoop. You know, I'm not going to call it out and stuff, whatever. It has to come out like in certain things have to leap out and seep out in conversation.
Of course, yeah.
But most people use, I want to say, especially when it comes to men, sports as that icebreaker.
Yes.
Right? So like, you know how this situation and stuff, whatever, that's why I feel like with the whole championship thing, I feel like it's partially breaking a racial barrier and partially putting up one like in a cut.
Yeah.
I'm in the elevator one day with an Indian dude, and I'm pretty sure if Raptors never won a championship, he probably wouldn't have said anything to me. But he's like, go Raptors, yeah? So I was like, bro, that was like 2-3 weeks ago.
But that's the icebreaker.
Yeah. So I was like,
you can't look at you and say, you know what I mean, like, go Migos.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He gonna hit you up with something, you know what I mean? You know.
I'm like, all right, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, go Raptors. He's like, Kawhi, King of the North. I'm like, yes.
Yes,
this is great.
And yes, he's black.
Yes,
thank
he's
you
black.
for acknowledging. Thank you for acknowledging that I'm black.
Okay, so I thought I was the only one. I'm glad you broke it down just like that.
And that he's black and he's King of the North as well.
I was like, yo, where's this Kawhi? Yeah. I'm like, all right, see, I felt like that, whatever, right? But yeah, let me ask you this: is there a real reason why some coworkers don't bond better with other coworkers?
Nah, I don't think it's any real reason. I think, you know what I mean, it's
a personal thing, you think?
Maybe a personal thing. I don't know. I mean, same thing could be said when you're in school. There's certain people you hang around with in school, and there's certain people you don't hang around with school.
Okay, I always feel like when you're at work, okay, there's 24 hours within a day.
Yeah.
You're supposed to use 6 to 8 to sleep.
Yeah.
Right? You spend 8 hours at work.
Right.
Depending on how far you work from your job and everything, like whatever, the commute, and not including like the kids drop off and everything.
Yeah.
If you have kids, and you're probably left with like a fraction of the time left like for yourself,
Okay.
right? Within that day. So I feel like if you work like a 40-hour week, your coworkers are basically your bootleg family. You might see them more than you see your family.
Basically, yeah.
So how come like the vibe and the bond like, you know, doesn't formulate like that? Like there's not every family member you're gonna like gravitate to.
Yeah.
But at least like, you know, on a decent level and stuff, whatever, like might break bread with them. Like y'all got lunch probably the same time.
Yeah.
Around the same proximity and stuff, whatever. How come the bond don't really go down like that? Like
I think those who you're around with most would probably be a stronger bond. But then again, it depends on the people themselves, right? Not everybody's social. Not everybody is. Not everybody comes to work wanting to be at work, so they miserable to begin with. And you know, and then you just have others that are just, you know, but more apt to be sociable than other people. So if you start filtering it down, you start talking more to certain coworkers. You may have a little bit more in common, and then, you know, it just end up just, you know, it just ends up growing from there.
how often do you go for drinks with coworkers?
Last year was I would say more than this year. And again, and see, okay, so here's the dynamic with myself. As you know, I work in Chrysler, so
Right.
Chrysler is a huge place. At any one time, more than 500 employees could be working. So where you are, you're pretty much relegated to that position
That
for the
section,
day.
yeah.
Right. So last year, I was in a section working with, I wouldn't say young guys, but guys that were younger than me, and they like to go out and drink more. So we would go out and, you know, after work have a beer, or just go to the restaurant, have, you know, get something to eat and stuff, and just chill and hang, right? This year, the group I'm surrounded with are more of an older elk.
Older elk. Yeah.
Right? But because of my situation, I'm in my area, I communicate with them more, right? But they're not into the same activities. So we don't go out drinking like how I would go out drink with my old crew.
Right.
Matter of fact, if I want to go out drinking after work, I'll most likely hit up the old crew and be like, yo, what y'all doing? Before I hit up the new crew, because they just ain't, you know, they don't do it like that.
I mean, the new crew would be like, yeah, I'm just going to go home, watch a game, and hold a sip.
That's it. You know what I mean? The new crew they'll come with their coolers, and after work we'll kick some back.
That's thinking ahead.
That's the new crew. The new crew, they passed all the young boy
That's
shit.
thinking ahead. Fuck the dumb shit.
They
Whatever.
passed all the young boy shit.
Why did I think of that shit? Whatever. Right? Yo, I always said on some bastard shit, whatever, I was going to go to work with some non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah.
And just on my lunch break, just go... just to see the reaction on
Just
people and stuff.
get
I told you, I'm looking for the smoke, man.
You looking for the smoke?
Just go and be like, yo, is that... What, I can't drink? So I'm supposed to choke on my dry ass food?
I can't have a beer.
It's my lunch break. You know what I'm saying? See what they say and stuff, whatever. Yo, I don't know, man. This let me ask you, you know, summertime is weather popping and stuff. Everything's getting better. It's barbecue season. Pertaining to those co-workers and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Would you invite them to your cookout? If you had a cookout?
Yeah, they're down there. I mean,
Old school crew and new crew?
old school crew, new crew. If I'm having a cookout and I feel like, you know, they could come and enjoy themselves, then yeah, I would invite them. You know, I would leave it. You know, at that point, it's the ball is in their court whether they want to come or not.
Would there anybody you would exclude from coming to your barbecue?
Let me think about that. Nah, not really. I think for the
Shit,
most part.
really?
Yeah, no, I think for the most part, a lot of people that I associate with and talk to on a regular basis, that would be friends and including family.
See me, I'm different though. I like to do test run, dry runs with how I see people react to other people's barbecues. So if I'm doing a cookout,
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how they react at that cookout. So
Right.
if they're one of those peoples and stuff, whatever, they come with their old butter containers and other plastic containers to jam some extra food in, whatever. Don't tell that person we having anything.
Don't tell that person you're having anything.
No. Like I treat them like Jehovah's Witness if they come to the house and stuff like, hey, you cooking? We're not. We're praising our Lord. Fuck out of here, man.
You know, it's funny because my wife, she loves to cook and she loves to host. So I think that combination in itself, there's always tons of leftover, and then you're always free to just take what you want. And that's, I would say that specifically for my household. Now, going to other barbecues, and I see that, you know, the food may not be in abundance. Yeah, I look at those people with a Tupperware. You come in and, you know what I mean, snatch up everything that might have been good for somebody else's dinner, lunch, or something the next day. You scrape it, you ain't leaving nothing left. Yeah, there might be a problem with that.
Look me in my eye and tell me you don't know a relative that we know. And she go there to just clean up shit.
Listen, man.
You know which relative I'm talking about.
Everybody got that same relative. Let's not just harp on our
I
own.
know. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody got that same
relative, and that's what I'm saying.
Tupperware relative.
Yeah, I seen one photo and stuff. It was a meme, and it was like, fuck. I think the lady, she's smashing a plate.
Yeah.
And she got like 3 or 4 plates and stuff, like, you know, stacked up with wrapped up in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
In her lap. So I'm like, yo.
There's this I can't remember the name of it, but it's a British comedy. Right? It's like a Saturday Night Live, but all black actors. Majority black actors.
Yeah. I know it. It comes on the internet and stuff. They show on the internet too.
Yeah, Familam. I think it's Familam
Familam,
or something like that,
yeah.
right?
One of the BBC channels.
Well, yeah. So I think the majority of black actors on that are either, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they might be Nigerian. Right,
African descent, yeah.
So they had this one skit that I was watching, right? It was like Nigerian women at a barbecue, right? So then they were all there, they're eating, and it's like, yo, and I'm gonna show you this clip after because it's mad funny. They're like, oh, I think it's time to leave, auntie.
Oh, and somebody go in their purse and pull out a container?
All you see is this container come out.
You see?
Right? And then they look around to the other aunties. The other aunties are like, okay. Go in their bag and their containers come out. Then it's a stare down. Now. Everybody's aunties looking at each other.
You just hear,
hold it.
Bro.
And they all start brawling for the leftovers. It's the funniest shit I ever seen. But I'm like, yo, this is like, yeah, that's a barbecue throwdown, man.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, I know some people, like, if you come to a damn function with your own container, I don't want you to come to my fucking function.
Yeah, you're somebody special.
Yeah, man. Like, yo,
somebody special.
Let me give you like a paper plate and stuff, whatever. And we do like, you know.
Let me give you a take home thing. Listen. Again, my wife got this other cousin, right? Same way, you know what I mean? Cater to the 9, food to the 9. You understand? Eat, be merry, be happy.
Right.
She got containers
on deck.
So when you're ready to leave, you're like, oh, you had enough? Here, take some food home with you. And you know what I mean? But what I like about it is that she's doing the sharing. You understand?
Right.
So she knows who need to get and
proper
how much they need to get.
Yeah.
Right? There ain't nobody all for one for all, 3 musketeers.
No, because I'm about to say, you know, nigga might pack one container with like all just the meats with the sides, because you can't heat up like the potato salad and the macaroni salads and everything. Yeah. So you might try to organize and stuff like that, or that just might be my gluttony. I don't know yet. But That's what I'm saying. Like, people need to be considerate and stuff, whatever. Like, yeah, if you're the host and you want to do that and stuff, whatever, I'm about that life.
Yeah, she even got, like I said, you ain't got to bring no containers. She got the containers there because I think she does. Matter of fact, as I speak about it, she does a fish fry every Friday. So this is her thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? She like to cook, make sure people are good. You come over, you can buy yourself some fried fish, a little bread on the side, this, that, and the third. That's her thing. So she got her stack of Tupperware. You know what I mean? Take out stuff ready to go. But yeah, man. If you go into a barbecue and one of your mainstays is bringing Tupperware with you gotta reevaluate your life. You gotta reevaluate your life.
Sort your life out, not the damn containers out, man. Yo, I wanted to graze on. So remember, I said earlier I wanted to graze on some of the backlash and the shit from like last week's episode with the toxic.
It got toxic for you, did it?
It got kind of wild, man.
All right.
For those who didn't listen to the toxic behavior, y'all need to go back and go get a taste of that episode and stuff, whatever. Because all was spit was facts.
Yeah.
A little bit of bullshit.
And I'll tell you something, because Marv wanted to call it toxic femininity, but I said,
hell yeah.
But I said,
hell yeah. Hashtag men too.
I was like, we still trying to get new followers on this. You see, our old followers kind of know what type of bullshit we already on, so they'll rock with it, they'll slide and rock with it. But the new followers, they might look at that title and say, "Oh, this is some bullshit," and not even look at it at all. So I said, I made the executive decision of calling it toxic behavior.
But remember, I told you, I'm like, yo, Smooth, you bout that life, man.
Yeah, I remember you
that
calling
shit.
me out.
You bout that life, man. I'm like, yo, Smooth, it's whatever's clever. Come like fucking Tuesday and stuff. I'm like, oh, this guy want to be all PC with this shit. You gotta be politically correct. I'm like, all right, you know, fuck it.
I had the wage of wars in my brain, saying we better play this one a little bit safe, a little bit.
Yo, so like part of the backlash I was getting and stuff with it was like, yo, I'm getting it from both sides. So remember, this is how my day started. Like on a Tuesday. On a Tuesday, episode drop.
Right.
Once episode drop, I'm at my job doing the ones and twos and everything like that, whatever. But there's a few with the early birds.
Yeah.
The early birds and stuff like that, right? So the early birds and stuff, they're like, they see me, they're like, Marv, what's up? First part of the episode and stuff, I'm hearing it. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, do your thing. End of the day, it's kind of quiet.
Yeah.
I'm getting text messages and stuff now, whatever, right?
All right, yeah.
From more women, and I'm getting DMs and stuff, whatever, from women.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're like, one of the ones, the first ones and stuff that I seen and stuff, whatever, like, y'all ain't shit. Right? So I go to reading and stuff,
Y'all
whatever,
ain't
like,
shit. Y'all ain't gonna be shit.
Yo. So me too, I'm like, whatever do you mean? The episode, whatever, because remember, I didn't do a repost yet. Okay, I was at work.
Yeah.
So I didn't do a repost yet and stuff, whatever, right? So I'm like, oh, you're talking about the toxic behavior. She's like, well, y'all kept saying toxic femininity. So I'm like, did you go through the whole episode?
Right.
We're like, well, no. She's like, I'm almost done. So I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
But I'm like, but you spazzing out on me without getting the complete information.
Yeah.
That seems like on the lines of toxic femininity.
Right.
Click.
Which is funny because it started off discussing
toxic masculinity. Right. So I'm looking like, yo, they getting hot, whatever, right? So then I said, all right, maybe we need to do a little follow-up thing and stuff. I'm like, that was just me. But I was looking at other topics and other things and stuff, whatever, for later that day, for like pertain to this week and all that type of stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
So Wednesday afternoon now, the early bird people fully completed it, and other people's stuff is now fallen in. Salute to all the listeners out there. We appreciate all the love and support,
it, man.
And we take on any conversation stuff. That's the reason why we're trying to come to you live and direct with the sons on the streets.
We love it, and again, we work hard the Sunday to make sure we're recording on Sunday, and then I do my best to get everything crunched by Monday because we appreciate the early adapters that that Tuesday morning. They're already on the show, so
right.
If it's something that you use to help carry you throughout the day, fulfill the day, Well, we're glad that we can put it out early enough so you can jump right on it. And see, there you go. You more walking into coworker status.
Yeah. So then I get one and stuff, whatever. So then I got men coming at me and I got women coming at me from both sides of the spectrum and stuff, whatever. One dude looking at me.
You're just like a toxic punching bag, bro.
Yeah. So one dude looked at me. He's like, bruh. He's like, why did y'all do that? He said, more so it's you. He's like, cause Smooth tried to run and be PC with it. I can tell. He said, not your average Joseph seemed like the smarter one. You just kept gunning for things with it. I'm like, yo, am I lying though? He's like, but it's not the point though, Marv. He's like, it's not the point. He's like, he has no problem listening to the show with his woman. And she's like, oh, that's your boy Marv, whatever. I love the show. This show, she asked him, so she's like, aren't you playing isn't it a normal day you play your boy's podcast and stuff, whatever? He's like, yeah, I had to play some music kind of throw her off, whatever, because he's like, she would have reacted different. I'm like, why? Is your woman a bootleg feminist? He's like, oh, not bootleg. She's certified. So I was like, oh, okay. So then,
listen, man. You know, sometimes when you're at the dog park and you see you see the owner and he's got that leash where the dog can just. I tried to wheel Marv back in a bit, man, but he just kept running with the leash, man. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Doggone, I was gone. Yo, so him and I begin to talking, and then he's like, yo, you know, some things and stuff, whatever, from the woman's side, I can understand. And some things from the man's side I can understand and stuff, whatever. Yeah. But I feel like y'all missed it. So I'm like, what do you mean we missed it, whatever? So he's like, the fact that women just soak up all their freeness and stuff, whatever, from men. But I'm like, I told you, if I was a woman for a day, there's no space, shape, or form and stuff, whatever. I am buying a single meal that I need to eat. Yeah. A man is going to fucking feed me breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. So I'm like, a man's going to feed me. So I'm like, that right there.
I'm glad you went there.
Go ahead.
Cause when we go, where we're gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to that and remind you of that. All right, continue. All
right. So then I'm looking at stuff and I'm like, he's like, yo, he's like, he looked at me like, yo, you ever heard of a foodie call? I'm like, a what? I'm like, I heard of a booty call. He's like, yo. He said a foodie call. He's like, look it up. I gotta go. So we work in two different areas and stuff in the hospital. Yeah. He went one way, I went one way. So I look it up. It says studies have shown 1 in 3 women admitted to going on a date just for the free food.
It's just a foodie call.
So I'm like, Smooth, how many foodie calls you have paid for in your life?
It's just a foodie call. Man, I think almost damn everything. I think I might be a foodie victim.
Yo, that's what I was saying the same thing. I was looking at the computer. I was like, ain't this about a bitch? I'm like, I must be like the foodie call. They must have like a website. Yeah. And they probably got my photo
up there. Get your food off. GetYourFoodOff.com.
Yo, this dude will feed you right here.
You're in the top
He'll
3.
feed you, give you some conversation and stuff with it, but he gonna feed you. You don't gotta give him no vagina. But he will feed you, boo. So I'm like, yo, that ain't kosher. But then again, like from the world that I came from and stuff before, like the world that I come from, I want to say, if you initiate the date, you pay for it.
Yeah, you fit in the bill. And I think that's the world that I come from as well.
So that's where my issue and stuff and my dance came from, whatever, right?
You ever been on a date and you said, me, my big damn mouth?
Oh, hell yeah. One day, I went on a date one time and stuff, whatever, and this was like years ago, many years ago and stuff, whatever. I went on a date with a girl, and I thought everything was peachy keen. She said, so I told him, like, eat like how you would normally eat when you're at the house. And she's like, that ever occurred to you, I'm just trying to impress you because I don't want you to judge me any type of way. And I told her the same thing. I don't have a law degree. Yeah. I cannot judge you. Yeah. She said, all right, I should have shut my fucking mouth. This girl,
she'd have stacked the plate.
She ordered seafood, like crab, like little seafood, little piece, whatever.
Yeah. And that was the starter.
Yeah, starter. Then she's like, she could go for some fries. And then she had 2 mixed drinks. So I think like one was like a strawberry daiquiri. And the other one was like a let's say it was a pina colada or something,
Alright,
whatever. So
a
long
Bellini or
ago,
one of them-
Bellini, some
yeah,
shit like that. You know,
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
sexy drinks.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever, right? And I just watched this girl kind of devour that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
In my head now, like in my pockets, I know I had enough money and stuff to cover it, whatever. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, no date should be running me like 100, and that's not including a box of condoms, whatever, right? So I was looking at him like, you good? She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah. This is the best date ever. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, motherfucker, because you eat for free and this shit. So I'm looking
She
like,
throwing dessert?
yo, she tried to get slick on dessert, whatever. But I'm like, nah, like if you eat that plus all the stuff you had, whatever, it's gonna give you the shits, man. Trust me, it's gonna fuck with your stomach.
You had to
whatever.
bring the shit slide
I had to bring it some.
You had to halt it with the shit slide.
So she's like, shit, ooh, yeah, maybe I'll
let me
be
think,
good.
let me
and
think
stuff
twice
like
it
that.
out.
So then I'm like, all right. So I'm like, whew, you know, I had the little sigh of relief and everything stuff with us. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, we good.
Foodie calls is real out here, man.
Yo, but then I try to rope it in and stuff, and I'm like, yo, we went into one car. So
Yeah.
she's like, well, I got a big day at work and stuff for her tomorrow. I'm like, fuck. I was like, you sure you want to come back to the house and just chill for a bit? She's like, but if I chill, I'm gonna sleep and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, niggeritis and stuff kicked in. Oh, sorry. For the folks who aren't black, it's just the itis. It means ethnic fatigue.
Ethnic fatigue.
Ethnic fatigue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, this girl about this. Tell me if she comes to the house, she's gonna fall asleep. I'm not gonna. I'm like, I just paid. The bill was like, I think like just for the two of us.
Yeah.
Including tip, I think came with like 100. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, that's 100 and stuff on food. And you mean to tell me I can't even like make my hand disappear in David Copperfield?
See, it was enough for the foodie call, but not enough for the booty call. It was just a foodie call.
My feelings was hurt.
It should be.
My feelings was hurt. Yo, from the other side now, what my man was saying was mansplaining.
Mansplaining.
Do you know what mansplaining is? I had to look this bitch up too.
I think I'm gonna need a dictionary definition for that one.
All right. Oxford style. The explanation of something by a man, typically to a woman, in a manner regarding as condescending or patronizing. So if a woman is talking to you and then
Right.
you turn to the woman and she says, well, I put the light bulb in, but I didn't put it in, whatever, all the way, or I don't know why the light's not coming on. And you look, did it ever occur to you if you screwed it in a few more notches? That is mansplaining.
Okay.
But I was like, isn't that just a conversation?
I was about to say that sounds like a general
Yeah,
explanation.
that's
A
just that
general
explanation
to me.
Right. No, they're labeling this shit. So I'm like, both sides of the spectrum and stuff, whatever, we're not safe. We're either getting robbed from our pockets and stuff, whatever, and no booty after the foodie. And now you can't talk because you're mansplaining, and now it's regarded as you're condescending or patronizing the woman. So I'm like, I don't think you can win in this whole dance, whatever, right? So I'm like, why don't you just leave? I said to another person and stuff, to another group of women, I'm like, why don't we just leave everything up to you guys? But I'm like, we're gonna wait forever and stuff, whatever. We're dying hard dicks until we just collapse. Because if we gotta wait for you guys to initiate sex, whatever, the younger girls, the younger savages now, whatever, they'll jump all on it. They got too much Cardi B in their system not to go for the D.
Yeah, too much Cardi B, too much Meg the Stallion.
Yeah, to not jump on the D. The city girls, all that type of stuff, whatever, right? The older chicks, whatever, if you're like a Lauryn Hill fan, she's not gonna be so aggressive to reach for the D. No, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
She might if she listened to some Erykah Badu.
What she calling Tyrone?
Yeah, she got that Earth vibe going on. You know, like Earth vibe chicks.
She might have hairy legs though.
Yeah.
She might have the dreadlocks on the legs instead of the head top.
That's okay. Just don't stare at their legs.
That's kind of hard not to.
Just don't bring those legs ankle high to your head. You should be all right.
I'm about to say, yeah, what if you're killing a missionary and stuff, and then you throw it on your shoulder, and then you get like the little Brillo scrubs and stuff from the hairs on the legs.
Might get irritated, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So I said, yo, let's leave everything to the women. So I'm like, you women mind? Do you guys mind proposing to men? So I'm like, hell no, we're not proposing to women. And there was like 3 women at the table, like, yeah, we live in different times.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, if a woman proposed to you, what would you do?
Well, if I really am feeling that woman and in love with that woman, I'd probably say yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wouldn't think of it any weird way or not. I probably have to play it off and say, "Yo, baby, you know, you beat me to the punch because I was gonna ask you. But you got me. Well, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Yo, so I was talking to a girl, and when a girl told me stuff, she's like, "Yeah, women do propose to men nowadays.
Yeah.
but they don't give them rings. They give them wristwear.
Oh, what?
So like, yeah, a woman will go down on one knee.
Yeah.
A woman will go down on one knee and stuff, whatever, and
Yeah.
say, "Not your average Joseph. You've been the light of my life.
Yeah.
Would you mind making me the happiest woman in the world?" And she opens up the little box.
Slap on a tennis bracelet.
She's
Like
like, "No, not a tennis bracelet. You calm down." It's like, she might throw on a rollie.
oh.
She might throw on the petite.
Yeah.
Felipe.
Yes. Yeah. I
You know
did
the-
hear about the watch game.
Yes.
Yeah. You're right.
So I'm looking. I'm like, I'm like, well, I never been proposed to yet. Like
No,
that.
hell no.
Yeah, like what the hell?
I'm gonna have to tell wifey to do this shit all over again.
Yeah, step your game up, man.
She
Yo,
was
we
asking-
out here.
she was
Let's
asking
go.
about renewing vows.
Let's go.
I might have to say, listen.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking
if you get
about,
me a
man.
watch.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hashtag men too, man. Let's make this thing equal across the board. No, let's make this thing equal across the board. So therefore, it's just straight regular what? Toxic behavior, not toxic masculinity, not toxic femininity. It's just toxic behavior. We're just trying to get rid of. Make it straight across the board.
Make it straight across the board. I hear that.
I still think it's funnier and stuff, whatever, like to see a guy's reaction if he says yes. Because, I don't know, in my mind, this is my toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm looking at stuff and like, how is she going to, like, how is he going to respond to that? You know, after the whole, you're like the light of my life, and I feel like you're the only man for me. I like, does the guy like clap his hands together, like, you know, like Hercules? Like, how does he react? Like, how can you still be thugged out with it? Like, can you be thugged out with it?
Nah, you can't be thugged out.
Yeah.
Nah. You gotta show a little crack and a little dent in the armor at that point.
See,
you know what I mean?
you gotta put the hand over the mouth. Like,
you gotta let your little sensitivity show. Yeah, that would be the appropriate thing. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say, I can't cry on cue. That's why I'm not an actor.
Nah, you can't cry on cue.
So if you cry, you look too much. You look too soft.
You gotta look at it and give it that smile.
What, the bedroom eyes? Like,
Yeah, you mean you got me, babe. You know what I mean? You gotta give it one of those.
oh, some Jerry Maguire type of shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that.
Yo, I was like, When they said it, they're like, "Oh, do you?" So then we got into more other convos and stuff, whatever. Like, because it's like me, another dude, and it's like two men, I guess, versus 6 women. He ain't say much. He was kind of scared because he's looking like, "Yo, Marv, you have to take the reins on this, whatever."
You got to hold
you got to hold it down for the species.
You must listen to the pod and see how you go on.
Yeah. So he knew. So they asked me a question. They said, "Would I date a woman that's much taller than me?" And I'll ask you that question.
Yeah.
Would you date a woman that much taller than you?
Oh, hell yeah.
And we're talking about like, what's your height requirement now? What you sitting at now?
I'm sitting at 5'6".
Would you date a woman that's 5'10"?
Yeah. That's just 4 more inches.
I told him I would climb the shit out of that Sasquatch chick, regardless of the fact.
When I say I do not have any discriminations, that includes tall women.
That's good.
Yeah.
I told him too.
Yeah, man.
Now, do you think tall women would date a shorter man?
Yeah, I think once they get over the biasness of him being short.
How much is that in the average wise? And stuff, whatever. No. I'm like, I prefer my man to be tall.
Yeah, and then they realize tall men ain't shit.
6'1" with a beard. He a cheater.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Us Danny DeVito types, ain't a lot of women like short men, so you know what I mean? We're a little bit more safer.
True, but you're like an extra hot commodity.
Yeah.
On that tall woman's arm, because they're looking like, how the hell did he get her? What does he do? What does he know for him to keep her? And they will flock they would flock towards me.
Yeah. Because minus in the height means something. You got extra special.
Yeah.
Facts. You're right. Anything about that? You're right, Marv.
I remember years ago, way back when and stuff. I used to date a tall chick. Why it didn't work or whatever? My fault. My insecurities. I'll tell you why. When I met the girl, right? Sweetie, if you ever listen and stuff, whatever, I apologize and stuff. It was my insecurities why we didn't pop off. We could have been like the song. But in any case, I went to the restaurant, Jack Astor's or something like that. She's sitting down doing her ones and twos with her peoples. I just look at her as a cute chick at the table.
Yeah.
So I'm walking with my people trying to get to our table, and we made eye contact. My thing and stuff is that we made eye contact for longer than 3 seconds. I'm shooting my shot.
Of course.
I got 24 seconds on the shot clock, right? Yeah. Set my ones and twos. Her friends looking at me. Friends kind of gave me like a look, whatever. But she's looking at the stuff. She had that look like, this guy's serious. I'm like a heart attack. So I'm like, you know what? Here's my number. Because, I swear it's jackasses. Because you can write on the table and stuff and with the things, whatever, right? Right, because they got that thing. So I wrote my number down on the table and stuff, and I'm like, yo, call me sometime, whatever. She actually called me the same night.
Yeah.
She called me the same night. So it's kosher. Now, we chopped it up for probably about like a week and a half on the phone. Just talk.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm like, I live by myself. Come holler at me. She came through.
Right.
My building, I got front door, back door. I'm like, park up in the back, let you in through the back door. This girl grew, okay? She had a growth spurt from the time I seen her. Kind of fucked up my train of thought. So I'm looking like, what kind of... I was like, yo, this girl... And she knew how tall she was.
Yeah.
And she knew how tall I was.
Yeah.
She was sitting down, I picked her up.
Yeah.
So I'm looking like, okay. But my Mighty Midget Mafia brain, we the same height when we lay down.
Yeah,
so, small thing to a giant.
Right.
So... Still gonna do the ones and twos. We did that. It popped off. It was proper. All the above. I kind of like the fact that, in a missionary position, I don't have to hunch over my back to suck a titty at the same time now, because now my back's getting relieved.
See, and I was about to mention that. Yeah, I mean, like the one advantages of dating a tall woman is that you can just walk right up to her and suck a titty.
Facts.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you can just hit it, titty right in your mouth, all good. How some things start dissolving and breaking apart. There was a grocery store by my spot.
Right.
Went there, and she kind of downplayed me. I felt she downplayed me and stuff at the time, whatever, but it was my insecurity. Because the toilet paper was on the top shelf. It was fucking granola bars.
It was granola bars?
It was granola bars. I like the little Nature Valley shit and stuff, whatever. So I'm looking, and it's Chappelle. Chappelle put me in my head like a long time ago. He's like, yo, you don't always want to be the first of anything. So I don't never pick up the first of anything.
Right.
I like to grab for the second or third box.
Yeah.
Because the first one, I feel like they just abused it.
Right.
Same thing, whatever, right? So I'm looking now and I'm like, all right, move that to the side. But I couldn't feel the second box.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to reach for the third box, or second to third box, but I can't reach.
Yeah.
She was sitting at, that young lady was sitting at like 5'10".
Okay.
She had WNBA reach.
Oh, yeah.
She said, bow. Passed me the box with that. And she just dropped into my little bitch basket, whatever. I was like, I could have got it, She said, calm down, Marv.
See, this is where...
My toxic masculinity?
This is where you and I differ. Because I'd have been, oh, shit. Come with me because there's some shit around the corner I couldn't reach. He mind grabbing that for me too? Baby, I love you.
I was young, man. I don't even think I was 21. I think I was like, probably like 19, 20.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, my insecurities and stuff, whatever, like, I wasn't man enough.
See, and that's the problem. And that's the problem with the man and woman when it comes to the height thing.
The maturity?
The maturity and the way of thinking. Now, she was sitting down, right?
Mm-hmm.
She seen how tall you were, right? You not knowing how tall she was, you came over and you shot your shot, right? If you ask a lot of women who are tall in height,
mm-hmm.
how often do they get approached? It's not often because a lot of men are intimidated by height.
You're absolutely right. She said that. We had that convo and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, yo, she's like, no, not too many guys talk to her.
A lot
'cause
of
she
men
tall.
are intimidated by height. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So you coming to shoot that shot, you've already crushed that
Right.
intimidation boundary.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now she's like, oh, someone's actually coming to talk to me. Right?
Right.
Then after y'all exchange numbers and then you had that conversation for a week, she's speaking to you and seeing that there's much more there than your physical appearance.
Transformer more than meets the eye.
There you go. You understand? So now she's no longer looking at tall, dark, and handsome. She's just looking like dark and handsome and possibly smart.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? So now she's game. She don't care that she's shorter than her. But here's the problem with us.
Ego was my amigo.
Ego is our amigo in those situations. So now we thinking of everything. Oh shit, we go to movies, people looking at us and they be like, what's she doing with that short nigga?
That's
You know
how
what I mean?
that's how I felt in the grocery store.
That's how we start to feel.
And that's how I felt in the grocery store. Like I said, now I look at it and stuff like, yo, they be like, damn, what this nigga know? How he still able to keep her and everything like that, whatever, right? I'll be extra with him, like, hey, babe, you got something in the cheek. You know what? I love you. Just want to give you a kiss. You know, bend over here. Let me come pick me up. You know, pick me up. You know,
Cradle me in your arms.
You know, if I could fly, I'd pick you up. Oh, baby. You know, just kill it. I'm like, now. So I realize and stuff, whatever, like, you know, to that young lady and stuff, whatever. Again, if you ever hear this episode and stuff, I do apologize and stuff, whatever.
Yeah,
But
and he's single.
I'm single now, you know. If you're not booed up,
can't come back around.
if you're not booed up and stuff, whatever, go ahead and slide in the DMs. And other women, if you're tall and you're interested in stuff, whatever, slide in the DM too. I'm not hard to find. But, I mean, yeah, so I was just looking at that and everything and stuff like, yo, my opinion, I don't think too many tall women would date shorter men.
Yeah.
Because of that whole your egos and amigo thing, whatever. When they get to that maturity thing and stuff, like the character of the person,
that's what matters.
What
And
matters?
it's
Then that's a different
thing.
dance.
It's all different dance.
Now, my last thing and stuff to that thing before we wrap that section up. Would you change your last name to your woman's last name? Because that's still heavy embedded in stuff that the woman changed her name to the man's last name. But now you have a modern woman who are hyphenating the name.
Yeah, there's a lot of hyphenating going on.
And
I don't see there's a full out man changing his name to her last name.
Jigga did it. Jigga hyphenated his name.
Yeah, but he didn't full out just say I'm gonna just rock with Knowles and get rid of Carter.
Carter Knowles.
But I think I think men keeping their last name has more to do with continuing on
the lineage.
Mm-hmm. You understand? It's like, yo, like.
But you know the babies are yours. If you know the babies are yours, then.
You know the babies are yours, but at some point, if I'm a Joseph, my father was a Joseph, his father's father was a Joseph.
Right.
And my son is a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Then when he has his kid, his son's a Christian. His son's Christian maybe a Christian, unless Dave takes on his wife's last name. Then that lineage of Joseph, even though we're still physically related, it almost kind of disappears.
Mm. They got Ancestry.com though.
They got Ancestry.com.
I mean, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Right. I said I only changed the name, and she had an awesome ass last name.
Did she? Yeah.
She had an awesome ass last name. Like if her last name was like Thunder. What? Marvin Thunder? I'll go to a fucking doctor's office and be killing it. I'll sit there. I'll wait for them to call my name 3 times. I'll jump up like saying Thundercat after. Mr. Thunder? Thundercat. Oh, I jump up and just do some ignorant shit.
Stupid ass.
Yo, I wait for it. I wait for the bullshit, whatever. Like, yo, she had a last name like Awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Wouldn't even hesitate. See, my last name and stuff, whatever. I ain't gonna say my last name, but it means warrior.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It means warrior and stuff, whatever. So Marvin means famous friend. My last name means warrior. So I'm okay with that. So I'm like, yo, baby girl, you gotta come with a better name to beat that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta, if you can't come with a better name to beat that and stuff, whatever, haha. I win. Checkmate.
Yeah, okay. I can see it. But yeah. I think I'll keep my name. I like my name.
I like my name. I like my name too. But let me tell you, if her last name was Walton, and her family, one of her family members is one of the cousins of the Walton Walmart family, nigga, my last name, what? Warrior who? Warrior who? One more time?
You want to switch it up to Walton?
What? Ching ching, yo.
I don't even think you gotta do that.
They might say, look, if you guys have some children, we would like them to conduct on with the name and everything like that.
Yeah, you still in there.
Hyphenate my name.
You still in there, man. With your last, you still in there with your last name.
Yeah, man. Let's get into some real shit and stuff, whatever, man. I know we talked about earlier stuff, whatever, with the OJ thing, right?
Right.
It had me thinking and stuff. It had some wheels spinning. No matter what, does everybody deserve empathy? Because O.J. Simpson was an accused killer.
Mm-hmm.
Accused.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't convicted for that, right? But I mean, in the world you have serial killers, pedophiles.
Right.
Some people might even throw, like, I guess, cheaters in there and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
Do they not deserve empathy? Like, who's Mongolian boss? Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan, they said, like, Asian people, it's like 1 in every 4 Asian people and stuff, whatever, could be related to Genghis Khan.
Right.
That nigga was slanging the dick everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He would screw a man's wife for fun.
Yeah.
When he was in ruling and stuff, whatever, right? So, like, damn near everybody could be related to Genghis Khan or spawned from Genghis Khan and stuff, whatever, right?
That's what you call Mongolian conquest.
That's a Mongolian conquest for real. Do people like Genghis Khan deserve empathy?
That's a hard one. I think if you remain a tyrant, then no, you're not gonna get empathy from anyone. But if you had not come to some sort of consensus in saying, "Hey, man, I've been an asshole all my life up until now. I'm gonna change my ways," then yeah, you probably deserve some empathy. I'll give you a better one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Thanos deserves empathy?
Me being a fucked up individual that I am, I want to say ever since I saw that Infinity War last year,
Yeah.
I said, the first thing I said and stuff when I seen Thanos and stuff doing that, right? Because I knew it from the comic books.
Yeah.
Because the comic books, they were rings.
Right. Yeah.
Right? In the movies, they became stones.
Yeah.
And when I thought about it and stuff, I was like, the purpose is still the same. He wants to, not enough resources. This is the reason why they're doing this.
Right.
As a person with no stones or infinity stones to use, I look at a lot of people and stuff. There might be the fucked up part of me and stuff. But I looked at them like, yo, I don't think you should be here wasting all our resources.
What?
And that's the empathy part. That's me with no empathy and stuff, whatever. Like I said, like that's why I said pedophiles and stuff in there, right?
Right.
When I hear expressions and stuff like Black Lives Matter and everything and stuff like that, and when people like all lives matter, I was like, my thing is most lives matter.
Right.
Because if you're a pedophile and stuff, whatever, I have no empathy for you. You need a bullet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to be dealt with and stuff, whatever. Get the fuck up off this planet.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like when I'm thinking about Thanos and stuff like whatever, like if he did the snap in a proper way and got rid of some of those type of,
it got rid of, and then the empathy would.
I'd have been kind of kosher. I don't know how he divvied it up, whatever. Because like not to ruin it for people who didn't see like Endgame and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
They knew how to get rid of Thanos' peoples.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. It's not like he's like, yo, maybe half of Thanos' army is going to vanish. He's like, no. Shazam, and everything's going to be dealt with whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, if I can throw those rings on and be like, all right, I got the set people who I'm about to eliminate from this bitch, whatever. Throw this person in there. I don't like this celebrity like that. They piss me off when they go on TV. And a few of these influencers. All right, and snap.
Then you know what I mean. So so you were allowed to select the process.
I do a little select process and stuff, whatever. Why shouldn't I snap my fingers towards you? Go. Yo, what movie is that? On Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Sell me this pen. Go. Yo.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I'm saying, like empathy, I'm all for empathy and stuff for that. It's a human trait. And I feel like we should have it. But some people and stuff, whatever, I guess with my moral compass,
Yeah.
it doesn't align proper for what they're do or what they do or what they're doing with my moral compass and stuff, whatever. So sometimes I won't feel like they deserve empathy. And like I said, if you know constantly you're causing a person pain, right?
Yeah.
Or you're causing a person like that type of discomfort and stuff, whatever, then when it comes to you now going through some pain, should I feel it for you? Look at the because I always was asking myself when I was younger, the people from the Auschwitz, the Nazi times.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Those guys are like former soldiers of the Nazi army. They're not like 70, 80-year-old men.
Yeah.
Could barely do any damn thing. They probably need their butt to be wiped and stuff in a nursing home and everything like that, whatever, right?
Right.
And I'm looking like, y'all really gonna throw this man on trial? I'm like, he about to check out in like 2 years, 3 years and stuff, whatever. No disrespect to him and stuff, whatever. But then that's my level of empathy and stuff that are kicking in. But then someone else's stuff is like, when he was younger and they were throwing people in like those gas chambers or burning people alive in those kilns and everything and stuff like whatever, did he have any empathy?
But then here's the thing with that. And this is where it gets tricky because we can either say one or two things. Either he didn't have empathy or he was just following orders.
But that's still not holding yourself accountable. Because my thing and stuff is that it's just like the runaway slave.
Right.
If you choose to run away and stuff for that and you don't get free or like you don't get away, they're gonna hang you. They're gonna lynch you, they're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
But that you're taking accountability and stuff like, you know what? You're gonna take this freedom chance stuff in your hand. And you can get a dishonorable discharge or they might give you a bullet and stuff for that, but at least, you know, you might die with your conscience kind of clear. That's just me though. Like I said, that's my moral compass and stuff, alignment and stuff, but that's where I dance stuff for them. And I realized that on a today level, my opinion, not a lot of us have empathy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Us as people. And I feel like that's something we should start to try and acquire. But I'm just a prodigal son. Speaking
but
of
this world is making it that you have less empathy almost every single day.
What?
Like, I mean, it's like,
nigga, the shit you see every day.
The stuff you see every day it erodes at whatever empathy that you might have left.
Exactly.
So I think it's even more harder than ever before than to look at things and be like, I may not be able to side with it, but I can see where it's coming from, type of deal.
True.
It's crazy, man.
All right, man. We had a question of the week portion and stuff of the show. You know, with me and my nonsense and thoughts of a madman. Question of the week is, what's the weirdest thing you've done for your significant other? Now, some people, when you're with somebody, you do some things, right?
Yeah.
And to the majority, it may look unorthodox, but to you, it just may mean like another day in the office. Like, for example, some couples and stuff, they pop each other's pimples.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they might shave each other. I never forget when I was watching Malcolm in the Middle when I was younger.
Yeah.
And the pops was standing in the kitchen reading newspaper and stuff, and the mom was shaving his back and his butt. And I'm looking like, the hell is going on in this show? But that's what I'm saying. Some couples just do some things and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I remember, for me, the weirdest thing I've done, whatever, and ex-girl, if you hear this and stuff, whatever, I expose you. Just don't be cool. Don't blink too many
That's okay.
times.
We ain't saying your name or anything like
No,
that.
no. But that's what I'm saying. Be cool.
Nobody gonna know who you are.
No. But it's like, if she's hearing this,
Yeah.
whatever, be
She just gotta
cool.
play it off?
Don't blink too fast.
Yeah.
Because they might know it might be you.
Okay.
Whatever, right?
I see where you come from. Don't blink.
So when her and I first met, she
Yeah.
was a waxer.
Okay.
She was a waxer. She's like, get another region and stuff down there waxed up and everything like that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then she got like some different kind of super shavers. So she was down for the cause of like for shaving, like, to
Yeah.
shave herself.
Yeah.
However, she couldn't really shave the butt region like that.
Okay.
Whatever, right?
So you shaved the butt crease?
As their man, I shaved the asshole.
You a real sport. That's all I gotta say.
I took over the thing. It was like I thought about it and stuff, whatever. And the first time I was like, what the hell? And then after that, it kind of became to like some, babe, when we're done tonight, you wanna shave me up? And I was like, is this like a normal routine now?
Yeah, you set yourself up.
I set the bar too high.
Yeah. You shaved the first ass. That's it.
Yeah. I
You
set the bar
ass
too
shaver
high.
number one.
And it was because of the pervert that I am and stuff like that. Like it was kind of too much because I want to say like she had the ass tooted up in the air and everything like that. Whatever you see ass, that you see like pussy and stuff. Whatever. Like I'm like, all right.
Let me clean this up real quick.
Yeah.
let me get past this part real quick.
You know it. I'm like the reindeer games have to begin real soon, real quick. That's my
Oh man, I can't think of any weird shit, man. I've been trying to think of something.
Nothing come to bed. You don't pop pimples on your wifey, nothing like that, whatever.
Why she ain't got no pimples for me to pop?
No, I'm saying okay. I don't know.
I can't think of any weird out of the ordinary shit that I would say, and people will be like, "Oh, that's weird and that's out of the ordinary." No, we sociable.
So she ain't come to you and said like, babe, it's been a long day, suck my toes and nothing like that.
No. She good. She good.
basic, huh?
And she ain't got no hair in her ass crack, at least that I witnessed.
We got
I
jokes.
don't need to put you out there, wifey, but people are out here shaving ass cracks, so I gotta let it know. I gotta let it be known.
Yo, the thing was that song. What you won't do, you do for love. Yeah, that's it, man. All right, man. We on the Axe the Sons. Let's get this Axe the Sons out the way and slide out. Axe the Sons another one come from We Are the BC. If you're going on a date, are you taking one car or two cars?
Now, okay, so depending on what date it is, if it's date number 1 and 2, we're going in 2 cars. If it's number 3 and 4, then we might be taking 1 car.
I disagree. Oh, me, I'm gonna say this. Well, that's your answer. My thing and stuff is that like, we roll in 1 car.
Okay.
So like my thing and stuff is that even if you work on, let's say you work super east and you're coming from work to meet me for dinner, and I work super west, and we're coming in central location.
All right.
Let us find some equilibrium and stuff, whatever, to say like, all right, you know what? It might be, let's go to a place more in your neck of the woods or my neck of the woods. In any case, we'll do a pickup thing or drop off thing or Uber. Like Uber's here now, whatever, right?
Yeah.
We live in times like Uber, Lyft, rideshare, and all that type of stuff, whatever.
Okay.
So I'm like,
okay.
In any case, let us do the 1 car deal and stuff, whatever. In the beginning, I get what you're saying and stuff, whatever, the beginning, whatever, because you don't know how the relationship might start, how it might be rocky. The first date might even be shit.
Right.
Carpe diem. I take the chance. Seize the day.
You take the chance?
I take the chance. Hopefully, like I'm gonna give my best front. Hopefully, she don't give her worse. So 1 car deal. Because if she gave her worse and stuff with her, she can take Uber right back to her neck of the woods.
All right, good. Masapi there. This is where we rewind. Back to where you're a woman for the day. And you say you're taking all the free meals and everything possible.
You motherfucker. You.
All right.
I gotta give you a Denzel finger for that one.
Okay.
You mother.
All right. Now, if the date ain't going as well as it should be, y'all didn't take separate cars. You drove, right? Now it's time to go to separate ways. And you tell her, oh, you gotta take an Uber home. Are you gonna pay for that Uber?
I will order the Uber for her. I will order the Uber for her. If she doesn't e-transfer for half the funds. Yo. Yo. Why I gotta pay for the Uber if the day shit though, man?
That's why I say play it safe.
And go
Both
two
y'all
cars?
drive your own damn cars.
What if she don't drive?
Oh, I don't know. She might have to meet you there. She might have to meet you there. Yeah. Then it's up to you if you want to
drop her off.
If you want to drop her off,
I'm like, can I drop you off at a subway station?
Somewhere.
Okay.
You know, what stop is close to you?
Yeah. Next question comes from Rito Brown. Name something petty you take after a breakup. The most petty thing that I could think of right now is okay, let me say this. Depending on the whole situation of like the breakup. So if we break up and I'm at her spot, whatever.
Yeah.
Cause like me, I always had my own spot, whatever, right?
Right.
So I would just normally put like things of hers or something like that, whatever, in like bags.
Yeah.
And be like, yo, come scoop your shit when you get a chance.
Right. Yeah.
I'll just bag up things and stuff like that, whatever. Now, if I have stuff at her spot,
Yeah.
I'm trying to aim for like memorable shit that I know she might think about me and stuff with whatever, and I'm gunning for it, whatever. So if it might be pictures, it might be a scarf, whatever, or something like that, whatever. Be like, nigga, I gave you that scarf. I want it back. Yo, it might keep my next woman warm and stuff, whatever. Cause she got a warmer heart than you do, whatever. So I might take back a scarf.
All right. Well, I ain't really gifting anything that I know I might have to take back at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm breaking, I can always break
free.
A clean break.
Clean
ain't
break.
Gotta worry about something.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you, one time in my early dating years, my 20s, I had a girl take her pictures back. She didn't want to end up in what she called my box or gal. My box or gal. Apparently, I had a
You had a
box of
shoebox
pictures
of some chicks?
with chicks.
What kind of photos? Was it naked photos?
Nah, it was just regular everyday.
Oh.
Because back then, we didn't have video. We don't have phones with we saw pictures. You know what I mean? So
objection. They had Polaroids.
they had Polaroids. Yes, you had
'Cause
Polaroids,
I had-
but you kept the Polaroid.
I'm about to say when I was in middle school and stuff, but I got a few risque Polaroids
You got
to
a few
keep.
risque Polaroids
Some
to keep?
things. Right now, I think I end up shredding them and burning them because I feel like as an adult now,
You shouldn't
they're
be-
kind of like pedophile-ish.
you shouldn't be keeping
'Cause
those around.
It's like girls sent me little risque photos when she's in middle school and I'm in
Yeah.
middle school,
Yeah.
but I'm an adult still holding on to these photos.
Yeah, but when you're looking at it, you're supposed to be like, oh, she about 30 now though.
True, but okay. So let's say all shit breaks loose and stuff. Whatever. Now people searching the house and everything
Yeah.
like that. They're like, "What's going on here, sicko?" You got child porn? You're like, no, she 30. I was like, nah. Yeah, this got to go.
But yeah, no, I don't know. There's nothing real risky about the pictures I had. You know what I mean? Girls, they say, oh, have a picture of me. Yeah, girls always want to have a picture of you just in case some other girl come over.
And like,
Then
don't
be like,
don't date this monster.
no, be
Oh.
like, oh, my picture gonna be there. So if she try to look through pictures, she gonna see me. She gonna know. It's like almost like kind of mocking your territory. This girl, she didn't want no territory marked, none of it at all. She like, put my pictures in an envelope and bring my pictures.
Bring it back. Bring all of them back.
I was like, shoot, I didn't want no reminder of you anyway.
Adriana Grande 11 says, what articles of clothes or accessory do you wish your partner to take off during sex? For me, I want to say maybe because I'm used to black women. Yo, take off the doobie wrap, man. Yo, take off the doobie wrap, man.
The doobie wrap?
Yeah, like you take off the head wrap, man. Like, let the hair be free, man. I feel like a champ if like I see like, you had your hair like, in a little wrap and, you had the strands of hair kind of loose. Even if I only beat it up for like maybe like 10 minutes and it looked kind of like you went through World War III. Let me feel proud, man.
Listen, for me, the only article of clothing that I got problems with is jeans.
Jeans.
Jeans is a must to come off. Because everything else I can work with.
Yeah. I'm not particular on depending on the chick.
Everything else I can work with.
Depending on the chick, depending on the panties and everything. I'm okay with moving the panties to the side.
Oh yeah,
I
I became a pro with move the panties on the side.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean, I could do with the thumb, the pinky finger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
You're like a grandmaster of Shaolin and stuff over there.
Man, you know, pinky finger holding the panty to the left while the thumb twiddle diddle the right. Yeah, man,
grandmaster, not your average
tell
Joseph.
you get very proficient in these type of things.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
Sometimes you leave the panty on because you want to hold the pen.
Right.
Yeah, you know
that's why I don't mind it.
Yeah,
that's why I don't mind it.
Because
it's like
we gonna go
rider, cowgirl, like the buck and bronco. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay. We good, man. I'm good. You got Associated Sons for the week, man?
Yes, I do. And it goes like this. You were blessed to be helped, but you're even more of a blessing to be a helper.
As so say the sons.
So says the sons.
I'm with that. And
we wrapping up. Church announcements. By the time this airs, it'll already be too late as a deadline persists for the Battle of the Beatmakers. But guess what? That only means that Showtime is coming soon. So listen out for further announcements to that. If you are a fellow producer, singer, artist, involved in the music game whatsoever, and you are interested in this sort of underground world of production and the mysteriousness of producers who are now, slowly starting to come to the forefront,
right?
As entertainment giants themselves. We know the Dr. Dre of the world. We know the Kanye West of the world. These are producers who have made other people insurmountable hits, and now we're looking at the next generation, next batch coming up, and we've almost become like a farm team for that, Marv. It's the Battle of the Beatmakers is synonymous for those up and coming producers who are not in the game now, making a name for themselves.
I noticed that because it was a rapper dude talking and stuff to me. Upcoming Toronto rapper.
Yeah.
And we were talking and stuff. We were talking about the podcast. We were talking about everything. And he was like, how come there's no, battle of the rappers or something like that's here?
Right.
So
right.
I said in due time and stuff, for the certain kind of traction and stuff for from this will kind of edge off to other things.
Yeah.
Because the same committee will see the other, if there's the resources and stuff for that, whatever, right? Because he said not everybody has like the fortunate opportunity like a Drake to kind of go across the way and scoop up a Cash Money type of person, or
right,
and everything
right.
and stuff, whatever. Because there's rappers and stuff here and everything, but I'm like, there's other rappers and there's other producers that flock to here, for this thing, So I'm like, if it comes up and stuff, whatever, stay tuned.
Well, this is going to be, next year is going to be the 15th year anniversary,
right,
for what we're doing, and so if you even look at it. If you even go back 15 years to where it first started, you had a lot of battle rap competitions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You had a lot of band competitions. You had all these competitions, but you really never had any competitions for producers.
Right.
And producers weren't getting their just due or the light on any sort of situation.
Right.
So that's where the whole idea came to Clifton. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something for the producers, and he borrowed a lot of that aesthetic from sound clashing. For those who know a little bit about dance hall, you have two, 3 or 4 major sounds that would probably clash each other for the title of who's the best. So it's sort of stemmed from that, but it was solely for producers. And as producers started winning the competitions, they started getting more notoriety, and MCs started looking towards them and say, hey, I got some raps out, I wouldn't mind throwing them on your beats. And they started to pick up steam. So it's been a situation where it just grew from there. And the judges is, the celebrity judges, industry judges whose names are almost as big as the artists that they produce for. So it's just become this thing in itself. So stay tuned. We'll have some more announcements coming up. I usually am working the show itself as I'm on the committee. So once we do get stuff out and running, and you see Marv out there, he'll be a solo son with a microphone doing his own thing, and I'll just be doing a behind the scenes type of deal. But yeah, we'll get closer. We'll find out when the tickets start to roll out. We'll give you some information on that as well.
Right. Cool.
That's it, man. That's it for church. I'm about to wrap this show up. I think I got this little family BBQ heading out to go and enjoy the rest of this Canada Day weekend.
Exactly.
And make a thing of it. Oh, if you haven't noticed yet, if you haven't been on the IG page yet, from last week at the R&B Divas show, you seen that we started a little segment called Sun on the Streets, where we've been interviewing people and so forth like that. So the latest one, it was just a shout out. It dropped yesterday. It was our good fan of the show, Sean Payne, just giving us a shout out. But I'm just bringing this up because you might see us at a function with a mic in a hand, and we implore you, come show us some love and come say some kind words for the microphone.
Have a few nice words to say.
If
Don't
you're
be
not
shy.
camera shy, because we do plan on splicing these and throwing them up, for the world to see that we got lovely and adoring fans. And yeah, so just look out for the brothers with the mic.
All right. Once again, man, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. Peace and love, y'all. Be easy. Happy Canada Day.
Peace. Oh, by the time this drops, happy 4th of July. Because I'm pretty sure 4th of July hit American fans too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're throwing a happy 4th of July in there. Independence Day.
America, fuck yeah.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.